Hey, good afternoon. Eric Alexander here, Vision Long Island, also with the Long Island Main Street Alliance. We're here for the Smart Growth Awards tour. We are actually delivering awards to project locations across Long Island. We're on stop 3. We started in the village of Hempstead. We made it to the village of Westbury for a TOD plan. Now we're in the village of Lynbrook, and this is exciting. We are at a project in the categories Revitalizing Communities. We're at a project that really was a site of a motel that folks didn't want to have around. And they're now making it multifamily housing driven by the community and guided by the good work of the village of Lynbrook. So we're honoring them today, and we'll hear about that project in a minute. We have to first start with a virtual program is on September 3rd at noon. We can't have 800 people at the Crest Hollow anymore, so we are going to be online. So you can register for that on our website, also on our Facebook page. September 3rd at noon, virtual Smart Growth Awards program. We also have to thank our sponsors: First Equity Title, National Grid, Concern for Independent Living, Cameron Engineering, GPI, H2M, PSEG, Terwilliger and Bartone, AT&T, Engel Berman, La Lazarian Properties, Third Avenue Associates, Heartland Town Square, VHB, and People's Bank. Those are our silver and gold sponsors. We have a whole slew of bronze sponsors. We'll talk about them later. But we're here in Lynbrook, and the category, again, is Revitalizing Communities. We have a slew of people behind us who are going to describe this project and what's happening here. But just taking a step back, clearly there were issues on this site. We like to see redevelopment transform communities. That's one principle. We like to see the public plugged into the planning process. There were public meetings to guide this project. That's part of it. You even like to see adjacent uses come to life. So I'm staring at a Starbucks that's going to be walking distance from this development. We also like to see developments that fuel local downtowns, and clearly walking distance to the downtown and transit-oriented development. The revitalization here brings revitalization there, and they've done a whole lot of work between 30 restaurants coming online, a whole movie theater which is now closed because of coronavirus, but other things. They've done a great job. So I'm going to pull a couple people up one by one to share their thoughts and their work, and then we'll formally give the awards out. But I do want to acknowledge, really, any project that's not supported by a local civic and a local chamber is not, it usually isn't worth its salt. And in this case, the chamber has hit a drumbeat for revitalization, and their president, Steve Wangle, here is a strong leader in the community, and he's here to say a couple words about the project. Steve.
Thank you, Eric. What started out as a no-tell motel, short stay rates, all types of illicit activities going on, drug interactions, drug overdoses, all kinds of crime, is going to wind up being a luxury rental that's bringing in new people to the community, a demographic that loves to shop locally, a demographic that will really enhance our community. I can't say enough about this project. I can't thank Terwilliger and Bartone, the developers, enough for bringing this to our community and sharing our vision of just raising Lynbrook that many levels. Thanks.
All right, so great. Now we have here, really, we have the village, and this is a partnership, this award. It's the village and the developer. And so we're going to be honoring both today. I don't know who wants to be honored first, but I'll just say a couple words about both, and then we'll let them each speak. We do have Mayor Alan Beach and Trustee Anne Marie Reardon here from the village of Lynbrook. We also have Anthony Bartone from Terwilliger Bartone, so we'll hear from them both. So the village is gone through a real strong revitalization process, a lot of good things that they've done downtown. I mentioned some of them just before. Anthony Bartone with Terwilliger Bartone is built in downtown Farmingdale, is building in Kings Park, is built in Hauppauge and other communities, and their partners, Ron Terwilliger and Fran Terwilliger, have built really all over the country. So there's a real brain trust of, and what we like is the connection of the best practices, but also guided by local communities. And that's what really matters. You get the best projects out of that marriage. And that's what we have here. And this is why, we received 40 nominations for Smart Growth Awards, and we picked 15 projects around the island. So there's 30 grumpy people running around who aren't happy they didn't get honored, but this project made the cut clearly. We're excited to see it today. So I don't know who wants to chat first. All right.
We'll save the best for last.
Okay, all right. So Anthony Bartone from Twilliger and Bartone. Anthony, how are you?
So first we had a late arrival, our deputy mayor, and I always fumble his name because the X screws it up. Mike Hawkshurst, right? Did I get it? Did I nail it?
That's right.
I nailed it this time. So and one of our trustees, Rob Bacchia, who couldn't be here. So important that we acknowledge them. Firstly, I have an objection. I don't understand why we're standing in the sun and our camera crew is under the shade while we're sweating. I don't know who set that up. I'm going to fault Eric for that. That aside, it's truly an honor. I say it, I've been fortunate to have been the recipient of an honor from Vision in the past, but I like to say it every time, where would we be without organizations like Vision Long Island and the work that Eric Alexander does? So Eric, most important, I need to thank you for what you do. And I think you said it best, is a project is doomed for failure if you don't have the support and the buy-in from the chamber and the civic. So Steve Wangle, and well, when you step down, we have a new incoming president, right? We do. There's a smile on your face, Steve. I don't know.
End of the year, the term is up, and we've got a great man stepping in, Corey Hirsch.
So Corey, I believe, is here behind us. Give a quick wave. So hopefully the tradition with the Lynbrook Chamber carries on with the new incoming president. It's an honor for me to stand here on behalf of Twilliger and Bartone Properties, my partner Fran Twilliger, and our chairman Ron Twilliger. We also have my partner Mike Pellerito. It's unfortunate that we have to limit the number of people here to appreciate the honor, but that is out of our control. So on behalf of our entire organization, we do have others here. As I said when we did the groundbreaking, this is very much a team sport. We have our construction division. We have our project coordinator, Danielle Romano, Nick Weiss, our construction super. You can see the work going on behind us. The Capri's gone, by the way, so it's out of here. We lived up to that to that as quickly as possible. Got that sucker knocked down. That's thanks to our construction team with Danielle and Nick, our office manager, Nancy Alamo. Behind the scenes down in our Atlanta office is Jeff Muter, who wears many, many hats. But I also need to thank, which I failed to do at the groundbreaking, our capital partners. Without the money, we can't do any of this either. So I need to acknowledge our capital partners, Dan Merkel and Capital Square. They're out of Ohio. And M&T Bank. And I just want to mention that in the wake of COVID, there was one project that M&T Bank closed for construction in the month of May, and that was this one. And I'd like to say it's because of us, but it really isn't. It's because of how strong this project is and how important it is. And M&T recognized that and cleared one project to close in the wake of COVID in the month of May, and it was this one. So I need to thank our capital partners sincerely, for without them we wouldn't be here, and we'll spend that money for you, so thank you. So that's it. I want to be brief. I don't want to hog the entire time here. I know there's a few others that want to speak, but it's truly an honor. I thank Vision Long Island. I thank the mayor and the village. And look, we look forward to maybe this being the first of many to come here. Thank you very much.
Wait, there we go. So.
Wait, I have to stand far away?
We'll do them together.
Thank you.
I don't want to be in your picture.
We'll get them all together in a minute. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So our next honoree in the partnership is Lynbrook Mayor Alan Beach.
Thank you, Eric. And good afternoon, everyone. And on behalf of our beautiful, thriving village, I'm honored to accept this award. There are so many people to give credit to. This project, this went on for many, many years, trying to get it accomplished, and I was lucky to have the support of my board, and two of the members are here, Mike Hawkshurst, my deputy mayor, and Anne Marie Reardon, who were very supportive, and Rob Bacchio. Without their support, this would never happen. It was a long, as I said, long and hard effort on our part, and also Anthony Bartone, who, with Twilliger and Bartone, they really hung in there, and we battled together. And the fact that they were able to get to the community and explain exactly how the project was going to move forward did make the project a lot easier. So the communication was a key factor in this. But despite the global pandemic and the economic uncertainty that and all the chaos we've gone through in 2020, this project I consider a hat trick for the village. We got rid of a terrible, terrible drug-infested nuisance in our village that caused so many heartaches to families all over the village. And I want to thank the people all over our village. They were unbelievable, and there was so much support from the Chamber of Commerce, which Steve Wangle is here, and the caring of the community, the fact that the residents had so much involvement in it really made the project so much more appreciable when we were able to say and give the building permit that we were moving forward. The Chamber of Commerce, as I said, has been, from day one, has been supportive of this administration. And that is, and I'll say his name again, that is a big factor on Steve Wangle. Always there, supporting me, and always trying to help out in any way he possibly could. And with that, I thank you, Steve, and the Chamber. All right. In our village, we've had many successes. If you look around our village, we've had restaurants that are regionally acclaimed, a new multi-million-dollar health facility, a brand new movie theater. Who gets a new movie theater? We are very fortunate that moved forward, and it's a beautiful state-of-the-art theater. This new state-of-the-art development only complements that list. The new Cornerstone building will be adorned with the top quality materials, including brick and stonework, and was designed in a Tudor style to keep in character of the neighborhood. Behind this area is called the Yorkshire section, and behind the building is the Yorkshire section style homes, with the English Tudor style homes, and this building will blend right in so nicely with that. And Lynbrook is proud to continue our fine traditions and be a partner with Terwilliger and Bartone. And I want to thank Ron and Fran and Anthony and the entire staff. They've been very patient, hardworking, and what they say is what they do. And Anthony, I can't say enough great things about Terwilliger and Bartone. You've been an asset to this village from day one, and I thank you for all your hard work. It's truly unbelievable that a person could be so unique and make the project fun to be with. I mean, all the ups and downs, and Anthony was there. Let's go. We'll just keep moving forward, and I thank you for that. Also, all our residents and local businesses has provided input for this project, as I said before, and that continues to keep the harmony in the community. And any projects moving forward, we're going to continue. He set the goals. We are going to continue to set those goals on making the community aware as we do different projects. And thank you, Eric. I really appreciate this award. I'm truly honored on behalf of the village. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Here you go.
Can we shake? Well,
We
no,
can
no.
shake with that.
Yeah, do one
There
of
you
these.
go.
Let's
Rock
do
and
it
roll.
this way. Do it
Cool.
this way.
All right.
This way.
There you go. Love it.
Okay?
All right.
I don't think I can hold my arms
All
up
right.
that well.
You got that.
Thank
Good
you
stuff.
very
Good
much.
stuff. All right, Lynbrook. Let's give a hand to both honorees. All right, so we're just to finally review. We've got multifamily housing coming up here, taking over an old motel that no one wanted here. Right in the context of, you've got assisted living, you've got Tudor-style homes, you have single-family homes in this block. You've got rejuvenated commercial, walking distance to the train station. That's Cornerstone at Lynbrook. It's going to rejuvenate those 30 downtown restaurants, bring people back to life past this coronavirus. And we don't want to talk about Lynbrook without saying what people can do right now, which is shop local, shop at Lynbrook Shops, go to their restaurants, do takeout. If you're comfortable, dine out. They are shutting their streets down, which is really great on Friday and Saturday nights. So that's fantastic. They're doing everything they can to keep their business and their downtowns running. These types of projects are doing everything they can to bring redevelopment and economic activity to our downtowns. So then lastly, September 3rd, noon is the virtual program. for the Smart Growth Awards. We want to see you there on screen. And then our next stop will be in Huntington, the Huntington Hotel, going in there downtown. So stay tuned, guys. Stay connected, but support your downtowns. Thanks, guys. All right. Anthony, congratulations on the Smart Growth Award. Tell me why you want to invest in Lynbrook.
Oh, I think a better question is, why wouldn't you want to invest in Lynbrook? We've been very bullish on Lynbrook for almost a decade now, seeking out possible opportunities. Lynbrook hasn't seen new multifamily in decades, and it has every ingredient you need, everything we're looking for. You have a beautiful downtown, train station, short commute to Manhattan, easily accessible. It's just terrific. And by the way, we love working in villages, smaller villages. So the better question is, why wouldn't we want to invest in Lynbrook? We're very excited to be here. We stand here at the former Capri Motel, which has been just a black eye on this village for eons. So when we were here in the village and trying to see where it made the most sense to do a project such as this particular site just jumped off the map. It was there was several deaths in the last few years. It was riddled with drug arrests and prostitution, and just really a black eye on the community. So we engaged the community in a very open process. They were very enthusiastic and embraced the fact of seeing the Capri Motel get knocked down and redeveloped. So this site here in particular is really, it's very exciting. And I think I'm speaking on behalf of the village as a whole. I typically wouldn't do that, but I think I could say that I think everybody here in the village is happy to see the Capri Motel go.
So tell us about Cornerstone Lynbrook.
Yeah, the Cornerstone Lynbrook, it's an 80-unit luxury, transit-oriented community. We're 0.4 of a mile from the train station in downtown Lynbrook. We actively engage the community to solicit their feedback on what they'd like to see, specifically architecture, height, what they felt was, I don't want to use the term tolerable, but that's really the best way to describe it, what they felt was appropriate. So we engaged the community, had some open houses, got some feedback, and incorporated all of that into the design before coming forward with an application. And that's sort of a little bit of a reverse mechanism. We're very proud of the process here in Lynbrook, in that we engaged the community before we put pen to paper, took all of their feedback, weaved it into a design, and then brought an application. So it was very welcoming once we hit the public hearing process. And I will say, at several points during a public hearing, we were applauded. Imagine that, a developer being applauded in a public hearing. So it was a great process.
We are very excited about this project. We're glad it's finally come to fruition. The business community as a whole is excited about it because we know that the residents that will draw are higher end residents. They're people who shop locally. They're people who will take advantage of all that Lynbrook has to offer. So we are definitely welcoming this project. We cannot wait for it to be open and occupied. We're very glad that the blight that was here is gone. This was a short stay motel that just drew all of bad influences. There were drug arrests here, reputation of prostitution going on. So just to have it gone is a blessing, and to have it replaced with a high-end occupancy is just a blessing. We couldn't be happier as a community as a whole.
Lynbrook is very close to Manhattan, actually very close to the city line. We've had a lot of new businesses come to our village, and the big movement was the movie theater. State-of-the-art movie theater, which unfortunately during the pandemic is really taking a big struggle on it. But we've improved our downtown. We've had stores that were vacant for many, many years underneath the railroad trestle, where they've been revitalized and opened up, and we're getting tenants in it. Many of our stores now are opening up with new restaurants, and we just seem to be moving forward. It seems to be catching on, and more people want to come to our village. We've had a lot of interest right before the pandemic, but it really was so hurtful to the people that they would sign contracts and they would have to make up their mind whether they were moving forward or not. And unfortunately, at least a half a dozen have rescinded their contracts because of the pandemic. But we're moving. We keep moving forward, and now we're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel here, and we believe that there's going to be another turnaround. Whereas we are now at the Capri site, where we had a terrible experience with a motel here that caused a lot of police action, drug abuse, deaths, It was very upsetting to the village, and we worked tirelessly. Well, many administrations have worked tirelessly trying to remove the Capri. And fortunately, my administration, along with so much help from the community and the Chamber of Commerce, and of course our ace in the hole was Anthony Bartone and Terwilliger and Bartone, has really, as you can see, the site is getting ready for a new, beautiful, state-of-the-art Tudor structure, luxury apartments.